Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a Kennen game, and Kennen is over here. And Kennen is playing with some friends apparently, although he did not kind of define which ones that are, but well, you can make it up on your own, I guess. We are going to go AD Kennen, as it says in the top, and as you can see from the fact that he started off longsword. But yeah, that is a tactic, of course, that we have seen before. But we don't see it a lot because it's hard to pull off. Hang on, yeah, it's Darius jungle. So this entire team, well, correct now. Only one switch had needed to be made. Okay, keep in mind, well, because I saw that prior to this game, well, during the loading screen. The Jax is a diamond player. The rest is all silver or under. So, yeah. Keep that in mind. The Jax is way higher level, at least in ranked, and as you can see, he is leading the charge here on this this bottom lane. We're going to snipe these guys, or at least try to. And Kennen wisely hasn't chosen a skill yet. Obviously needs to watch out a little bit for these kind of rushes, because well, they don't have full vision over everything. So they do have vision up to here. So they can see, at least I think this is actual vision. No, it's not actual vision. And there they come. They are going to come in from the other side. It seems that, yeah, the Darius is in a little bit of trouble here. I was assuming they would come for the bottom laners. And here you go, Jax leading the charge. As I said, he is the highest level player. And they get an easy first blood there. That was insanely easy, in fact. And yeah, this is obviously going to be taken. And well, if Jax picks this up, that is going to be a huge bonus for him, because he already has the 400 gold bonus. And yeah, they need to take out these minions, obviously. Yep, nothing else going to happen, but Jack's getting a huge bonus there. He is the jungler. I kind of assumed he was the top laner, but he is the jungler. Already placed him in the jungle position, so I knew that. But yeah, that means that he is going to get a very easy jungling route now, because well, with his smite still intact, he's going to get the easy blue buff, and well, with the red buff already in place, dude, what are you doing? With the red buff already in place on him, yeah, it's easy ganking now. So we'll have to see if he actually comes for that. We are going to go direct with camera, because as usual in the bottom lane there's a lot of farming going on, and that is not very interesting to see. A nice kill here by Ahri, immediately going aggressive after she noticed that well, the Kassadin kind of took a little bit too much damage. And that's of course how you play that. You want to harass first, and then once you see an opportunity, you want to dive in for that. And are you doing a good job on that? Really, well, making it work. So Teemo is not going to be happy in that top lane, even though he has a little bit of a range advantage. Well, not a little bit, he has a range advantage. He is not going to be able to utilize that very well. Because of the, well, you have to realize, of course, that Akali does a lot of damage just from that Q, and of course the ultimate. Yeah, it's going to be a 1-for-1 trait. I'm not actually sure if that was worth it, because that means that Darius now has the double buff, and obviously he already had a double buff, but it was, yeah, it was kind of a failed gank from Jax. But yeah, the refresh on the double buff now for Darius. And obviously that's always nice to have. Especially the blue buff, because that probably almost timed out on him. Yeah, and he didn't have his red buff. So yeah, what am I saying? That he already had a double buff. He had a blue buff and that was it. So yeah, gets his red buff that was stolen from him back. And well, that should make him able to, well, to combat the aggression that we saw Jax put out. Hopefully Jax will still be able to gank because, well, that's the fun part, right? I don't really care that he's on the enemy team. The fun part is to see him gank and to make sure that that he can help his team. Yeah, Jax wanted to come in on the Darius there, but he didn't actually come in. And Darius is getting really low. He needs to recall. And is he yeah, he's going to be safe. No problem. So top lane, yeah, as soon as Akali hits level 6, Teemo should be dead because his blinding dart is not going to stop Akali in any way, shape or form. She's just going to pound on him until he dies, and yeah, most of her damage comes from those abilities. And of course, well, the abilities are still, yeah, unaffected by anything. So yeah, Kennen doing a reasonable job here in the bottom lane. He is well, equal farm with the Graves. Man, I can't remember. I can't remember the names all of a sudden. Well, not all of a sudden. I have that all the time. But yeah, the Kennen, of course, is really well a harassed champion. So you need to harass with that Q, and against Graves that is very hard to do. So the only target he really has is Lux, and Lux is staying back. Why are we not in bottom lane? I guess because there's a kill over here. Okay, never mind. I was going to go to bottom lane manually, but apparently that was not the way to go. And yeah, bottom lane did take a lot of damage. But yeah, the Teemo actually coming out ahead. I have no clue how, because it was a gank and Akali was, I think, oh, she's level 4? Really? So Teemo's level 6 and she's level 4. Oh, she has no farm. Oh, she didn't use her her invisibility properly. And obviously without the invisibility it's impossible to farm. But with the invisibility it's actually pretty easy to farm against someone like Teemo. Up until level 6. Because up until level 6 he has no skill shots. So what's he gonna do? If he can't see you, then he's not going to do anything. But obviously, yeah, you need to watch out, because every time you last hit something you're going to get harassed. And here we go for the double kill. And we are going to get, come on, the 1 kill. Yeah, he used his ultimate there because, well, it was the easiest way to pick up the kill. I can totally see that. And is he going to land this? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, it is good enough. Oh my god. That was so lucky. Oh my god. Okay, that just happened. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, that was nice. But yeah, I really didn't think that would work at all. So the nice pull, I want to see that again, because yeah, he pulled that over straight away. And it's going to easily pick off this this blue buff. And let's see what Jax actually sees. Oh, he sees the minions come back now and then realizes, oh shit, something bad happened there. He thought that they just stole it, but that wasn't the case. So the pink ward goes down in the brush here, which means that she can see Teemo as well as his mushrooms if they are in range. But obviously the pink ward doesn't have a huge range, so it's still pretty hard to see that. Jax overextending. I think he realizes that he is much higher level than most people here, and therefore is a little bit too aggressive. But he is not a good enough player to actually pull that off. I mean, we've seen people like Saint Vicious do this on their Smurf account. I have an Ashe game up from him, where he just completely demolishes the bottom lane by being hyper aggressive, because he knows that he is so much better than anyone else in that game. And yeah, that really worked out for him. But yeah, you need to be really better than the rest to be hyper aggressive, otherwise you're just still going to get killed if you go up 1 versus 2. Because yeah, if you're not a lot better, then yeah, they're still going to just right click you and hit you with skills, and you're still going to die. Anyhow, it seems that Jax is now in top lane doing his thing, and Teemo, yeah, should be able to pick up this kill pretty easily. That's way more minions there, and wow, that was an ultimate that came in too late. So it's completely useless except for the heal of 300 health, but yeah, he's probably going to go back anyway. And indeed, Kennen was going back, so a completely useless ultimate there. Because it didn't prevent anything. The damage went down first, and then, yeah, then after that, he was safe. Oh, he could actually do that? I think he pressed the key before it actually hit. That might have been it. Anyhow, we are going on this mid lane where Cassidy might actually pick up this kill. Yeah, he is going to pick up the kill pretty easily actually. Still had enough health to take another tower shot even, and could have even jumped on top of her with his shadow... No, I forgot what it's called. Rift Walk. I wanted to say Shadow Rift, but that's nothing. That doesn't even exist. So Teemo gets another kill. Yeah, Teemo is now uber fed with 4 and 0 against the 0-3 Akali. And obviously he picked up that last kill on the Jax. Jax is only 2 and 2. I expected more of him because, well, as I said, he is a diamond player in a silver world. And yeah, that should be a pretty easy thing to have. And well, Kennen's still doing great. 73 versus 80, so he's a little bit behind now on minions, but yeah, it's only a little bit, and he's 2 kills ahead, so 2 kills ahead, but 2 assists behind. So I guess they're relatively equal, and look at this Teemo just raking in the kills. He really doesn't care anymore who goes up against him. He has a lot of magic penetration, and that is exactly why he does so much damage. And the ultimate from Kennen, is it going to be enough? No, it's not going to be enough. It is, however, a nice amount of damage, but it's not going to land him the kill, and yeah, they do pick up the kill. So yeah, Akali doing a good job of coming to help this bottom lane. Bottom lane was of course in trouble. Not severe trouble, but they were behind. But yeah, she can't really do anything top lane anymore, because if she comes in range of that Teemo, yeah, Teemo is just going to one-shot her, and there's nothing she can do about it anymore. So since nobody came in to help her when she needed it, she went to visit another lane, and that means that Teemo now has a very risky position to farm. He can still farm in that lane, but he will have to do that on the enemy's territory, and that's of course something that you really don't want unless you're confident that you're not going to get ganked, but normally you do get ganked, so there's that. So anyhow, Dragon is the target of choice, and a little bit of damage going off, and they're going to abandon it. Wow. They're not obviously not fully abandoning it, because they are still there. But it is a risky place to be currently. The purple team is actually going to come out ahead here, and the blue team does pick up the dragon. That is quite surprising. I expected them to really jump on this Darius at the first sign of, well, the dragon almost going down. And then if Jax just jumps with everyone else, he can easily smite that dragon and have no trouble there. Because Darius should have died. Darius should have died, making them lose the ability to smite. And then the smite from Jax would have been really easy. But I guess they had to make a choice, well, very hastily, and just didn't make a choice at all. Yeah, and that results in doing nothing basically, and just losing a dragon. Even though they started off the dragon, they were fully grouped up and they had a low health enemy jungler. They still didn't do anything. There's that. Anyhow, yeah, the Darius really not that tanky yet, so he can be killed pretty easily. And Teemo picked up another kill. He is pretty fat now, 6-0. He has the same amount of kills as the entire enemy team combined, and that is even spread over 4 champions. So yeah, that is going to be an underfed team versus a very fat Teemo. And obviously Kennen is getting there as well, 104 minions already. He actually managed to get 10 minions over the graves now, which is pretty impressive since he was behind. And yeah, the 2 kills still there. So he's just well, farming his lane and doing his thing. He needs to harass a little bit more with that Q, because that's what it's for. But as I said, harassing the graves really does nothing, because Graves is going to gain that, well, all of that back, and not only that, he's just very tanky to begin with. So yeah, it makes it very hard to do anything. Well, harass-wise. So he can only harass Lux, and yeah, harassing Lux is not very easy because she stays behind. Because she doesn't need to get the minions, she doesn't need anything in fact. And Teemo in some trouble. This is what I was talking about early game. This is what Akali should have been doing all game long, and she finally managed to pull it off once, but it did cost her quite a bit. I mean, by now obviously Teemo is super fat, so yeah, it's going to cost her quite a bit of health, and she is actually going to die for that. Come on! Oh, so close! Oh, they are going to get it. The bleed is good enough to make that work. And Kennen becomes normal sized. Because if you supersize one of those midgets, yeah, I know they're called Yordles. Then, yeah, they're kind of normal sized. So anyhow, Darius in the top lane now, getting a little bit of minions, but as I said, he's not very tanky, so he is going to just die instantly. And well, as you can see, only 500 health, and that's all he has. I was kind of, well, the regen doesn't count as defensive stats. I was kind of assuming that there was a little bit more on that item, but I was like, there isn't anything more, right? So that's why I checked it. And indeed, there is only health on that, and well, health kind of doesn't help you at all. A little bit against the APs, but yeah, if you don't have magic resist, then you're still going to die to most of them. At least if they're not super underfed. Why are we following Teemo and not the fight up top? Oh, there is no fight up top. They're going to back off just in time. And finally, this might actually work. No! Oh, he missed his Q, so he missed his second stun. And couldn't actually make it work. And there you see why Kennen AD is not something that you just pick up and play. It is actually really hard to use the ultimate and such to your advantage, because it doesn't do any damage anymore. Normally it does a lot of damage, and all you need to do is just ult and use the rest of your skills to finish it off. But in this case, because he is AD, it doesn't really work like that. Teemo getting dragged up pretty heavily there by just a little bit of the burst of Kassadin. And Kassadin obviously is going to get out of that, yeah, virtually unscratched. Yeah, I'm wondering whether Teemo can actually pull this off at any point. Teemo is supersized now, which also made him normal sized. Lulu is also one of the small ones, so a lot of small people here, and or small champions in this team comp, and they are going to just, yeah, assault this tower, I guess. That's all there is. Wow, the miss there on the Kassadin, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Akali still finishes it off. It is not a problem at all. And Akali is going to get out, and this is why Akali is so strong. She lost that early game so hard, but she still has plenty of damage to deal with everything, and yeah, she's just going to be fine. So, It is 14-11. It is definitely not over yet. And well, Teemo went from 6-0 to 6-2. He does have 100 minions advantage on their Kali, but their Kali is not really able to, or well, no, that doesn't make a Kali unable to do anything. That's what I wanted to say. And they should really just pull over the blue buff once again, because, well, the dragon is kind of risky. They know that the enemy team is there, and the enemy team knows that they are there. And Jax is going to jump on this. He wanted to. You know he wanted to. But he did have vision over that, so. And once again, the ultimate from Kennen not really resulting in a lot of damage, because he needs to keep attacking while doing that, because, well, that's what he does. But he is going to help his team get one kill at least. On the Jax once again. Jax is now 2-5, so even though he is by far the highest level ranked player, he's definitely not making good decisions in this team. And yeah, I have to assume that if Kennen plays in a team, well, with multiple friends, that well, Jax is having the same thing, and Jax is having a team with his own friends as well. So it seems we are now going for that dragon. Obviously, there are plenty of wards out, and yeah, we're going to have to see if that actually results in a kill for the purple team. But no, they're too far away from this this dragon. And what are you doing? No! Oh, Lulu turned back, or yeah, she turned back. Okay, Lulu ran the other way. And obviously that was exactly the way that the opponents were coming in. And yeah, that is not good. That is definitely not good. So yeah, Teemo needs to grab a few defensive items. He is building, I think, Rylai's Crystal Scepter there, which is excellent on him. It gives him at least the HP to deal with the burst from like Kessedin, things like that. Maybe even a Kali. Although it would be nice if he just picked up some magic resist with that. I like to hang on. I like to go for things like the Abyssal Scepter. Because it provides you with magic resist and it provides you with magic penetration. And that of course is excellent. Because the magic penetration is a really important stat to have. And the magic resist, yeah, I always regard it as a bonus, so it is really nice to have. And of course it gives you some AP as well. But this is also good, 500 health. It doesn't really provide him with a lot of buffer, but at least it prevents, well, one of the spells, maybe two of the APs on the enemy team. And yeah. With well, with 2 spells or so neutralized, you might actually be able to survive. So purple team taking out the ward in the Baron Pit. And do they have pink wards on our team? Kali in the meantime, yeah, it's just going to die to a random mushroom. It doesn't even matter whether you're invisible or not. I was looking for pink wards, but we have no pink wards except for the Darius one. But Darius now warded it up. Oh, there you go. That was what I was looking for. Yeah, a good placement right in between those 2 signs in the entrance. That's exactly what you need, because you need to watch the back of this this cove. And oh man. I completely didn't realize that the blue wards were of course our team. Yeah, there were so many blue wards up previously, well, up close to the enemy base, just like there are now, that I kind of, yeah, I didn't really realize those weren't the wards from the enemy team, those were our wards. So an easy kill there, and well, with that kill under their belt. They might actually be able to pick up Baron here, because Graves is relatively low. He can get shot pretty easily. And wow, they do get some nice poison damage on people. And are we going to be able to do this? Oh, we're just going for an inhibitor. That's cool too. Although I would recommend going for Baron at this point. So after this inhibitor. Because, well, now they need to defend. And now, well, you have a very good opportunity to just do whatever with that Baron. But now they're going to go top lane. Even though they have all the vision in the world, they're still just going top lane. And that is something that you normally don't see. Normally you see people just go for that Baron because they know how strong that buff is. But yeah, another turret goes down in the top lane. That would have happened anyway. So even if they went for Baron, they would have picked up that turret. The turret was about half health and nobody was going to defend that. But after this fight, they're definitely going for it. Come on. There are 2 low champions on the enemy team and one of them is dead. So why not go for it? It seems that we're going to pick up a kill on the tower top lane and bottom lane. And come on, get this going. No, finish the tower. There you go. They finished the tower, so take out that source of damage. And well, Darius goes down because of that. Teemo goes down as well. But they are going to pick up a number of kills back. Oh, yes, he goes down as well. So it is 3 for 3 trades, assuming that Lulu can actually get out of that. And I was kind of assuming that because she does have plenty of abilities to move quicker and such. But she used her movement speed boost on the enemy, slowing him a little bit and turning him into a creature. Instead of using it on herself, and getting out of there. So yeah, this is not a good engage at all from Ahri. But well, she wanted to get the revenge kill, I guess. Did not work out for them. 21 to 16 now, and we are 8k gold ahead. I guess, yeah, that is true. I just saw it. 0.9, but then the other team was at 0.9 as well, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to fast forward a little bit because there's no real reason to watch them walk all over the place. And a little bit of damage down there, but it's not too bad. They are, however, not really grouped up yet, where the purple team is grouped up. They are here with all 5, and still only 4 of them over here. Teemo, what are you doing? Oh, yeah, Teemo gets all the skills from Lulu there to escape. And yeah, really, this is going to be super hard to go up against now. They could have taken that Baron at any point there, but instead they pushed very far forward. At least they got the tower out of it and a 3 for 4 trade, but that was still worth it. Plus they got the tower in bottom lane, so they did do quite a lot with that, but they could have done all of that. And yeah, the enemy really has no clue what's going on. They you saw the Lux just snipe the Baron, trying to randomly get that, but obviously she now saw that, well, there was no Baron. Or no Baron attempt, I should say. And the stun goes off. This should be an easy kill, and it is an easy kill. Are using her ultimate for that, even though that was highly unnecessary. We already used an ultimate from Kennen to kind of close the gap there, because well, the stuns kind of allow you to close the gap. And nice damage coming out from Teemo, and we are going to pick up the Baron at least. So even though the enemy team is trying their best to do something, they're not really managing, and it seems that Teemo actually stole the red buff. I was wondering whether he was going to try that. He seemed to be going for the kill on Darius instead, but he did last hit that red buff, so yeah, that's good on him. Obviously, AP Teemo not as good with red buff as AD Teemo would be. Because AD Teemo would have more well, attack speed and such. And of course the combination of attack speed with AP, yeah, that's just not a good combination. You either go for AP or for AD with attack speed. But yeah, I know a lot of people will disagree with that, but it is just, if you go for the attack speed AP build, you have no magic magic resist, no armor, no health. You basically are all damage and you're going to get killed all the freaking time in the late game. And if you go for pure AP or AD with attack speed, then you have the opportunity to at least go for well, tankier items. And Teemo definitely needs that. Teemo is very squishy, he has no escape except for a movement speed boost. But a movement speed boost is not good enough to get you anywhere. You know his ultimate from Lux, but it hits 2 guys and with very little damage, unfortunately. And finally we're getting the ultimate on 4 people here from Kennen. And kill the tower, there we go, and now we can just take out the Lux and run back. It seems that Kennen is pretty low, and he's going to heal up no problem. He has the Bloodthirster, so yeah, not really afraid of damage at this point. And yeah, he's going to just full on pounce on everyone that he can find. Lulu doing a good job, by the way, of keeping him shielded, giving out those movement speed boosts. Obviously she can't well, prevent every death, but yeah, we are going to finish off the Nexus here, so it doesn't actually matter. We ended up 7-3, the 3rd kill coming in right at the last second there. 170 minions, which is very respectable, and 7 kills is also very respectable. Also a support that did a good job not dying, and yeah, here you can see 11,000 gold. Yeah, with the 12.8, the highest. Very nicely played. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.